Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, guys. We're back.
After three long weeks.
After 3 long weeks. I don't know track episode. What episode we
Nah, 15, baby.
Episode 15, man. I missed y'all, man.
It's 15. No, it's been a while. Man. We apologize to the audience.
We back. Shout out to Al, Union Street Podcast. You know, we back in action. Today, we have some
2 special guests.
Yes, we do.
Y'all want to say it? Y'all want us to introduce y'all?
We can introduce y'all one by one. Want to introduce yourself, man?
Sure.
Okay.
I
like you, man. I like you. I mean, he ready. Born ready. He ready.
He older than his age.
Yeah. You want to start by telling him your name?
Sure. My name is Jahleel and I'm 9 years old.
I like that, man.
And my name is Manda and I'm his mom.
Oh, sucky now. Okay. We ain't gonna tell him nothing else. What you do?
I'm Jahleel. I'm 9 years old and I'm an actor.
And a model.
Yeah.
That's something I want to do that too. I want to be like an underwear model. Though.
And a sibling.
Nothing you doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an underwear model. I don't want to. You know, that's my dream. It's my dream.
Mm-hmm. Underwear model.
An underwear model. I want to be an underwear model, man.
Just don't ever listen to him. Okay?
What's wrong with my dream, man? That's my dream, right? I could dream, right?
Me and you, we on the same page.
Yeah.
So when we spoke about it last time, we went to the movie premiere.
Yes.
It was his movie premiere that we went to. His mother invited us, which we thankful for. We had a great time. Give you your flowers again. You did your thing in that movie. For you to have such a big role, and at your age, you held yourself. Like, it was a great movie. So we was thankful that your mom invited us. So that's how we got here today.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I just want to shout you guys out. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
To come from where you come from, and have a goal and stick to it and just execute it so beautifully, and have a following is just wonderful. And you guys don't stop. Yes. You're repetitive. I'm watching all your episodes. Like I catch myself on watching your episodes, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why I invited you guys.
Yes.
Really
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
We had a great time.
Great time at the movie premiere.
Then we had snacks. We had food.
And we had snacks and food too. It was one throughout. Missed it. But the next one, he will be to experience it with us. You know,
he's a busy firefighter.
He's a busy firefighter.
When he got his off days, we got him. But first, he gotta go save lives. He like running and burning buildings and stuff like that.
Look, he like that. Look, he like that. He like,
he thinking about it. He running, burning buildings.
So this showcase was beautiful. Why don't you tell him what movie you was in?
Oh, so I was in the movie Shadow Force and I played Kai. I was, I think, 6 years old.
At the time?
6 at the time and 6 in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Wow.
That was 3
I didn't know that. That was 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, not all movies. But that
it took a while because y'all actually went to the island and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not why. I don't know what happened with Shadow Force, but normally movies take about 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
It can take longer if it's action and all that. But something I'm not quite sure why it took that long, but it did.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was a good movie. It definitely was a good movie.
I'll give you your flowers even more, my boy. You
were 6 at the time.
Holding it up like that?
I thought you, wow, man,
I don't remember what I
beautiful.
did yesterday. And if somebody put a script in front of me, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I can't, but this is a great fit for you. Seriously.
We look forward to it. We had to get you on here, man. Because before you get big and you start acting and being on Nickelodeon and Disney, we had to get you on here, man. So when you get on there, we're going to start reposting it again. Like, we had him on there. We was the first. We was there. We seen him. He was 6 years old. Nah.
I watched your Kelly Clarkson interview, too. It was a very good interview.
That was the bright lights.
You know what I like? I noticed at the movie premiere, right? You're kind of like in adult things, like with acting and upholding yourself. But me and Wu said it at the movie premiere. You still have time to be a kid, and we all was there for you. but just to watch you play with your cousins, like your family, the kids that's around your age, and you had a blast. I think that's very important because what you're doing is a lot of things that adults do. Yeah, kids do it, but sometimes, you don't see them get ripped from their childhood. And then it's just, to them, it's just work, and I worked so hard to get there. So what you do is amazing. I'm going to continue to give you your flowers, but don't lose that part. When it's time for you to have fun, make sure you have fun and you continue to enjoy yourself in your childhood at the same time. Because even though you'll be able to look back on this stuff, and be like, I did this and I did that, at least you can say at the same time, outside of, because that's work, right? So at least you can say outside of work, you enjoyed your childhood and still did kid things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I love how you articulate yourself at such a young age.
Yes.
Like, in the Kelly Clarkson interview, I watched it, and I'm like, the fact that you can sit with adults and hold a conversation like that,
very
and articulate yourself, like that's very good and important. I'm just gonna keep giving you your flowers. I'm not stretching it.
Yeah.
I love to see this type of stuff.
We talked about you for about 2-3 weeks straight.
Right. Especially what we used to seeing.
What we used to seeing around here, and kids in our community. It's important. You're very well spoken. You're a good kid, man. You was able to still be a kid, still run around, still play. Even though everybody was there for you, you had a big movie. You still was playing and being a kid, and being yourself, and smiling, and being yourself. You didn't get caught up in the moment. You used to this. Like, this is something that you do. You know what I mean? But that's why we had you on. We know your mom.
Dances?
We glad she invited us, so we got a chance to meet you. So we had to get you on the pod, man. We appreciate you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Let's get it. Let's get into it. You got anything you want to say, Al?
I do.
Yes, I hope so.
Is it hard to do your homework when you hear your millions of fans screaming your name?
Nah.
You like it?
I was in honors class, so
Oh, that's dope.
it's not that hard for me because I'm used to it. Because a lot of people in my class, they're like talking while I'm doing my work.
Yeah.
But I'm still able to keep focused sometimes.
Yeah,
And yeah, thank you.
that's very
You
important.
said the last name is Camara.
Yes.
Yeah, like the running back.
Alvin Kamara. Yeah.
What's the origin of that? Where's that come from?
Oh, Kamara? I'm not sure.
You know Al?
You don't know
No,
your
I'm
last
just
name?
curious.
Last name. Where's your dad from?
Oh, Sierra Leone.
Ooh, okay.
Where am I from?
Ghana.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
from
that's
Ghana?
fire. Ooh, I want to go. That's on my
You should.
that's on my
December?
to-do list.
December?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Fire.
That's on my
You
to-do.
should.
That's one of the places that I want to. That's on my
You
top.
would love it.
I'm
top,
adding that to my
top.
list.
love
Ghana,
it.
Bali. Those are my two I gotta get to
I gotta get the
before I'm
Greece.
40.
You should.
I gotta get the Greece.
Yeah,
Greece is nice too.
The flight
But
is
Ghana,
gonna kill
bro.
me.
I'm
but I
telling
gotta
you,
get the Greece.
Yeah.
believe me, Ghana, bro. I'm telling you.
say it like you went.
I researched it, looked at it, searched. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's
Sometimes,
beautiful.
sometimes he go overboard.
I'm telling you,
It's
am
just
I
the
going
light.
overboard?
No, for Ghana is not.
It's beautiful.
Everything
though.
else is
Everything else is
Ghana,
but Ghana different,
Ghana,
bro.
no.
It's the lights.
Ghana, no.
It's beautiful. So we're gonna get into it, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna
So-
start asking you some questions.
No, wait, pause on that.
Oh yeah, no, we
So
gotta
what we
get out.
normally do,
Yeah.
every episode is a mental health check-in,
Okay.
like on a scale of 1 to 10. So we want to ask you guys that as well.
Gotcha.
We'll go first,
Okay.
and then we just.
You guys can.
So being that we like in the circle, you can start, sir.
Oh Lord. So what we in? We on episode 15. We took a couple weeks off, so we doing like the whole couple weeks that
might
we've
as
been
well.
off.
Yeah.
I would give myself. I would say 8.5. 8.5
You should
mentally.
be at a 10, my
That
boy.
you're good. 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 is
Oh, that's
it's,
good.
if we go
Yeah,
from 1 to
1 to
10.
10, yeah.
1 to
Okay.
10.
That's
so
my
8.5.
fault, I'm sorry.
I'll give myself an 8.5.
You should be at 10.
Yeah, I should be at 10, but
You was outside.
I was outside, traveled a lot. I got to see my family. Only reason why I give it an 8.5 because, there was some things that didn't go the way I wanted it to go. As far as traveling, and I didn't get to really spend as much time as I wanted to with my family because I chose to go. We'll rush it, but I enjoyed it. I give myself an 8.5. 8.5. How about you?
8.5 is good.
Yeah, 8.5 is good.
It's-
Really solid.
Yeah, keep it there.
Yeah. Really solid.
I give myself an 8.
Okay.
Things been smooth. Been
Smooth.
alright. I've been in a nice little space. Been chilling out. So yeah, I'll be an 8.
8?
I'd give myself a 10 because I just love life. And not only that, but I have a very supporting family. And I have supporting friends.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting supported, so I know that if I do something wrong or I mess up on an audition, they're not screaming at me, yelling at me. They're just understanding and telling me how to do better and things like that.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
This is my
That's
boy.
dope.
I
That's
think I'm
dope,
gonna have
man.
to start hanging with him. Man. I'm gonna have to hit you up. I think he could teach me some things in life.
Man. Yeah.
So to piggyback on him, I would give myself a 9.
Ooh, I love
And I
that.
say this because something interesting happened. So he shot a movie in Atlanta for 2 months.
Yeah.
And everything was good before we left. First of all, he's in honors. He was in honors at his school.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take the gifted kids and put them in one class in every
Yeah.
grade.
I was in that.
So he worked very hard.
I was.
Not special.
We didn't.
ed.
No.
Not
See. Oh,
special-
damn.
No,
Oh. Whoa!
sorry,
Shots
sorry. I
fired.
wanna make sure we
Keep
shots.
going, Keep going,
Okay.
nigga.
See?
Yeah.
See?
She can come
See
with
now.
us.
Not that
She
gifted.
See now.
she come up here with us.
It wasn't called honors. It was called pole classes when I was coming up.
Okay,
Yeah.
see? So that's what he's in.
Yeah.
And he works hard to get there.
Yeah.
Like he don't play his homework, all that. And then he books this. And he's really big on education.
Yeah.
He loves school, all that,
That's
friends.
good. That's great.
So he books this. So now he's hyped, but he's like, yeah, so what about my honors class? So now as a mom, I have to be fake transparent, but then
Yeah.
I don't want to scare him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, don't worry. When we come back, mind you, I don't know yet. I don't know
Yeah.
anything that's happening. I'm just trying to, because
Keep him level
keep him
headed.
level-headed. So we get out there, and now this whole thing with the school, they're like, you have to remove him, and then when you get back, you put him back in. And I'm like, okay. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
then I did that. So now we get back, right? And he wakes up the next day. Now we're back in New York.
Yeah.
In Jersey. He finished shooting. We're back, and he has his uniform on with his book bag. I said, where you going? He said he's going to school. I said, what school? So now I gotta go to the school and sort it out.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous because I wasn't fully transparent with him.
Yeah.
And I know how much he loves school and the honors program, and it's hard to get in.
Yeah.
So we go to the school, and they're giving him hugs and his flowers and everything. And I'm like, yeah, but is he in the school? Like,
Yeah,
hurry
is he
up.
in the
Like,
school?
I don't wanna- you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now they're talking to us. So basically, he got back in the school.
Yeah.
But the amount of work that he had to do to make up for the 2 months that he left
Oh Lord.
was crazy.
It was crazy.
He was able to do it, but he didn't do it to
His
you
full
know, how-
potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mind you, in Atlanta, while you're shooting, you have a teacher. So it's not like you're on
Out
set
of
just
school,
lounging.
yeah.
Right.
You're literally working. You're
Yeah.
working and like
You balance
in between,
it
like
out.
you'll be on
Wow.
set for 2 seconds, cut, and then you gotta run the class, and you have to make a certain amount of hours within the day
Oh.
before
wow.
you even in.
See, I
they
didn't
don't
even
play
know that. See, I
So
didn't know
he's
that.
on set, action, all this, and then right after he runs
To-
and to school.
And if you don't get
So-
20 minutes, it doesn't count.
If you know what?
If they take you back in before 20 minutes, it doesn't count.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Yeah. So, all these things happening. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, so we come back and we're thinking, and then they even mailed us all the work he did. So then he comes home and he's like, yeah, we about to get our report cards. I'm about to be in Hope again, and you're hype.
Yeah.
And then I got a letter saying he's not going to be in Hope
Wow.
in the next honors class.
Honest. Yeah.
So now I got to break it down to him. And I'm shitting. Like, literally,
Yeah,
I'm
because-
scared
yeah.
because I feel like I failed him.
Yeah.
When in
Ooh.
reality, I did it.
You
right?
did it,
I made
yeah.
a decision that I knew would best, would help
For
him
him,
in the
right.
future.
Yeah.
And I know somewhere in him he understands it. This is why I have this connection
Yeah.
with my kids. Like, I speak to them.
Yeah. I can
try to be
tell. We can tell.
transparent.
Yeah.
So now, as soon as I walk through the door, he's looking at me. Because I feel like he was waiting for
Yeah.
some kind of news.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow. And mind you, I want to tell him, but I'm like, boy, relax. So now
Yeah.
I'm acting like I wasn't just about to tell him. Now I'm walking to the bathroom. like I
Nervous
wasn't
again.
nervous again. So, long story short, I finally told him, and he started crying.
Yeah.
And it felt bad,
Yeah.
because as a mom, you don't want to see that. You don't want to, and I felt responsible.
Yeah.
But then again, I had to understand and really talk to myself and say, girl, you did this for the right
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
Right.
I held him, hugged him.
Yeah.
We had our moment.
So So we're gonna add an extra point to that. You got that's a 10. You can't take a point off for that now. That's a 10, right, Al? We still give that a 10. That's still, you know what I mean, balancing it.
I appreciate that.
You try to balance it. We all try to balance. Go ahead.
What amazed me so much was that he had a friend on the phone. So after I spoke to him, he finished crying, and I went to the room. I gave him space, and I came back out, and he was still crying, and he was talking to his friend. And I was like, why are you crying, baby? Like, you did so good. Like, you know, you're about to be in a movie. You're going to inspire a lot of people. People are going to look at you and say, hey, he's doing it, and I can do it too.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him, and his friend is like, that's your mom? She seems like a really cool mom. Like, little kid.
Yeah, little
9
kid,
years old, just like him.
Yeah.
And he made it to honors. 8, right? And,
8.
8. And he's going to honors, right? So he's going to honors, and he's encouraging him. What did he tell you on the phone?
He said, I would pay like $1 trillion to have your life.
And this is a friend that's going to honors. That's a kid just like him. And it's telling him, you know what I mean? So it's like, with all that being said, I guess long story short, the next day he goes to school, comes back, he didn't even think about hope. He didn't even think about the honors class. You understand? He came, gave me a hug. And it's like, you know what I mean? And it's
he understands. He's a very smart and balanced kid.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's good that y'all have that connection.
If he didn't understand, it's okay.
It's okay. Sometimes, as parents, you know,
he's a kid.
We all try to balance certain things. And we try to do the best that we can. And sometimes we feel like we do come short in a lot of situations because we don't want to fail them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But a good thing about that is a part of life there has to be a balance. And also with that, he's going to learn that it's not always going to go your way, right?
Always.
And sometimes in life you're going to have to learn how to balance certain things, how to face certain circumstances and certain battles that come your way. Life is never going to be perfect.
No.
You're going to go through certain things. You know what I mean? Even with you being a kid and you know what I mean? You have a good head on your shoulders. You can speak. You're very well balanced, right? But life isn't perfect. I know as a kid, your mom and everybody around you have this support. They try to make it that way. You're going to go through some things, even with you know, acting and modeling. Certain things you're going to go through as a kid. You know what I mean? But to have the support system and your family that you have and your mom, it's going to make it a lot much easier for you. You know? So always know your mom just wants what's best for you. It might not always be what you want, but she wants what's best for you. You can see that now, right? What you got going on, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? We all had to learn that, man. Trust me. I didn't think my mother had what was best for me at the time as a kid. I was like, I hate that. But when you get older and you start going through life, I'm going to tell you something. You'll never forget. There are a lot of things you'll forget. But when you get in that moment and you make a decision and you start thinking, you'll hear your mother in your head. Like, I remember my mother told me not to do that. I remember my mother told me stuff like this would happen and what to do in a situation. You'll always remember. So when you're a kid, you might not agree with them. When you get older, you'll be like, yeah, my mother really loved me. She didn't want me to, you know. That's it. You're doing great, man. Doing great, man. Doing great, man. Doing great. You'll be back in them honors classes before you know it. You smart, man. You'll be back in them classes. Right now, you're handling business. You know what I mean? They can't, they ain't doing what you do. You handling business. You movie school. A lot of kids wish they was in that position, you know? Just cherish it. Cherish the moment. Appreciate your mom, your siblings.
Yeah.
Very good kid. You talk, you stay in people's eyes. He listens. You can tell, man. That's how you're supposed to be as a kid. A lot of kids, as adults, we don't do that. When you talk to somebody, he look you right in your eyes. He give you nothing right. Yeah, man.
You got better eye contact than me.
Yeah, wow. Jesus.
I can't do it.
I had to learn that later on in life. It's like he's staying into your soul. Yeah, I hear you. So we're going to get into the question. No, Al, what's up? Okay.
I'm excited for the conversation.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to get into it. All right. We're going to ask you some questions. You know? All right. Simple questions. This one's for you, though. Okay. So how did you get started in acting and modeling?
Oh, so when I was like 3 years... When I was 3 years old, then my mom, she wanted to put me into modeling. So she put me into modeling. And then I started doing a lot of things like Target, Marshalls, other things.
Timberland, Puma. Yeah. think I ain't know that.
Yeah, thank you.
He looking at me like, how you know that?
We did some research.
He been following you, man. Go ahead.
And then up to 5. Then I started acting. 4. I started acting in my uncle Moses. His manager. He's also an actor and model. From his manager. That's my manager.
Yeah.
And I started booking roles in different movies and shows. And then that landed me Rise, Nanny, Shadow Force, this movie.
What's the name of this new movie?
Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother.
Your Mother's Your Mother, Your Mother? Okay. Tell the people look out for that.
That sound like candy.
Yeah,
Right.
tell them,
Movie's
Okay.
fire, and it has Mahershala Ali in there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big. Y'all have a movie
it's
premiere
not
for that?
just it's a lot of people. It's Mahershala Ali and John Carlo. I don't know if you guys know him.
I know John Carlo.
And
he's in it too.
Okay.
And to piggyback, off of what he knows, but he just gives you like the surface level.
Yeah.
So we started off. He was a cute kid, and people would say put him in modeling. So a friend of mine named Magor tagged a lady in the industry named Yanni, and was like, "What about him?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I stalked her.
Yeah.
I emailed her. She emailed me back. I would email her a lot of times, not all the time, but she emailed me back because I know she has other clients. But I would like stalk her, whatever.
Yeah.
And long story short, he started modeling. She took his pictures. Yanni submitted them to agencies, and one of the agencies ended up working with him.
Mm-hmm.
And once he got an agency, he was in Power. He was one of Tasha's kids in the daycare, and then he was on ABC Nightline.
Wow.
And that was at 3 or 4.
We got one, baby.
That was at 3 or 4.
Superstar.
And then he has a cousin named Moses. Shout outs to Moses.
Yeah.
Moses Cisse. He has a manager named Miss Teresa. So he and Miss Teresa ended up working with him and my oldest son. I have an oldest son named Egypt. He's also an actor.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him too. We
Egypt.
met him as well.
Yeah. And so then she started giving him auditions, but he couldn't read at that time.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go over with him, and he'd memorize them. Or what I would do is I would play it for him at night, and he'd listen to it while he goes to sleep.
Wow.
Right, and then there'll be times
I think we all just in.
it's so crazy because I have to study. I have to study this thing in the sense of kids get tired. There's no kid. You can't point to a kid that you say, "Hey, guy, you have an audition." They'll be like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
But this kid does.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it wasn't. For him, it was always like that. But my oldest son, it wasn't always like that. But I had to study it because kids don't like to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So imagine having them memorize something and they can't even read. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I would go over with him. He likes this kind of stuff, so
Yeah.
it was easy for him. Go over with him, play while he sleeps, and then he would memorize it. And then that's how he booked his first movie. That's with Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
It's called B-Boy Blues, and that's how he.
Wow.
We went from there. Yeah.
Wow.
This was meant for him.
Yeah, this was meant for him.
As soon as the recording stopped,
See, I wish I had your life.
Even with auditions, he doesn't even auditions. He don't care. You tell him there's audition, okay. I have friends who kids will start crying when they get an audition.
Oh,
and
wow.
him, okay.
Yeah, I remember you
When is it
always
due?
come in and tell me like, yeah, I'm nervous. Your mom is a nervous bug.
Oh,
I'm just starting to notice that. She would come in the store and be like, I'm like, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
He has a audition. He has to send a video. We have to do it tonight. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. I will always tell her it's gonna be okay. He's gonna get it, and then she would come back and tell me you got it,
See?
and you got to be in the movie. Well, your mom, she really.
I remember watching when Kerry Washington and Omar Sy did theirs. I think they was on. I think it was Kelly
Breakfast-
Clarkson too.
No, I think it was Breakfast Club.
No, they was no,
Yeah.
but they was when they was on the Kelly Clarkson before they. I think he had came out already, and they was saying like he was #1 to like an audition.
Oh,
and they was like, all right, shut it down.
Yep.
We taking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was the first kid to come out, and they was like, no, we got him. Shut it down.
That's it.
They
Yeah,
he's the first kid that came out. I remember that when I watched the interview.
We actually even saw when we were leaving, she actually told us, she said, you should be proud. But in my head, I'm like, do they say that to everybody? You know what I mean?
you don't know.
You don't know.
It's
you know,
kids,
people are
so we
nice. It's
figure
kid.
it.
You're not going to say something wrong to a kid.
Right.
And then, he got the call back, and then, it was up from there.
I did the callback inside a car while I was going to do a photo shoot.
So
Yeah.
when you get auditions, you audition for it, and then you get a call back. So he got the call back, and his call back during the time he had the callback, he was supposed to shoot for Manifest, the show Manifest.
Ooh.
So mind you, I had everything figured out. Oh, I knew everything. I knew that Manifest was at night and shot the callback was in the day. So I was good. No, Manifest called and said, "Yo, we need him now."
Oh wow.
So I had to drive. I remember driving my hoopty through the city, parking somewhere in Chinatown. You know how loud it is in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Parking my car in Chinatown, having to sit in the back with him, put the iPad up, get it ready, have his toys for the audition.
The Iron Man toy and the.
It was an Iron Man toy and some other toy, and I'm in the back with him, and all you hear is loud everything, and he's just. They were so excited to see him on Zoom.
Yeah.
And then he had to do the callback in the car.
Wow.
So after we did the callback, he had another callback in person. This is where they test the chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they flew us out to LA, and we go to LA, and then I think they had like 4 other kids, but you don't see anyone. But when we were leaving, we saw the kid that potentially could have gotten the role, and he booked it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
You got a nice story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Interesting.
Might want to look into writing a book soon. Look into it, man. I need 1% though. I need 1%. I just gave you a little, you know what I mean, a little nudge.
So this question gonna be for Mom.
Okay.
What is it like being on set with him, and are you usually nearby during like your shoots?
I'm always there. I'm there. Ask him. Like, you're not gonna not see me. I'm always there. It's fun. It's fun on set. It's not easy. It's work. People are like, "Oh, you're in Atlanta. You should go to this part." I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's work.
It's work.
Because the obviously, we're being paid to do this, and we have to make sure that the work is done.
Right.
And I always teach my kids it's always work, and then you play. It's a balance. You understand what I'm trying to say? So he memorizes. He always memorizes lines before we even get to the country or wherever we're going. He memorizes everything before we get there. So once we're there, day by day, like per day, they'll give you what lines you'll be doing. He already knows it. So at this point, he'll just go over it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. What I love the most about it is the advice we get to have with either the director, the the cast, the actors like Kerry Washington, especially Mahershala Ali. Like that man, I give him all his flowers. He is a beautiful soul. Yeah. Like he'll tell you some shit and you'll be like, and you can tell it's coming from this. He's really good. Giancarlo, Omar Sy. He's his wife Ellen C. She's wonderful. It's a lot of it's just getting the advice. So what I started doing is like after everything, I used to be fanned out when I see a celebrity, but I can't say nothing. But I know I want to be a fan. I can't say nothing, but I know. Yeah. So what I started doing was I said what I would do is after he shoots the whole thing, I would ask you advice that you would give him as he's on this journey. So we started it. So I got a couple clips. I got one.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So when he gets you got to create a documentary for him.
Exactly.
It's going to be very important that you have your own documentary.
That's going to be fire.
That's going to be fire.
Sorry. But
that's gonna be fire that you have your.
But that's my favorite part: the advice and the team. It's just a bunch of people who get together like us right now.
We're a bunch of people, vibe and
visionaries who get together, just like this room right now. Yeah. The energy is just beautiful. Yeah. Because we all have this one common goal. Right. So imagine that's how it is on set. Everyone wants to make sure this movie is. They want to put their foot in it. You know what I mean? So it's good vibes. It's good vibes.
That's the best thing. It's not good vibes. Go ahead, Al.
I don't want to get ahead of y'all. Obviously, I don't know what y'all got written down. So, Mom, you said your favorite part was just the experience and soaking up the game. What's your favorite part? Like, 'cause I know I imagine you don't enjoy the hustle and bustle of it, but like, what's your favorite part about everything?
My favorite part about acting is just getting roles that fit my personality. And getting to fly out, explore different countries.
Your passport lit?
Yeah, it is.
It's not lit.
At least, and you know how it is to explore different countries. Like, you know what that is.
At an early age, man.
Right.
That's dope.
I got to get my passport lit like yours. I got a few on there. I don't got a lot, but I'll probably pull up on you one day. You never know.
And it's great because I also get to meet different actors sometimes celebrities that I watch or see on TV, like Mr. Mahershala. I watched. What was that movie?
Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
I saw him in the movie.
Fire. Wait, don't get too ahead of yourself now. Wait now. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that now. Don't get a little bit too ahead of yourself now. We're gonna get into that.
I was trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But
you can't catch it.
Yeah,
it's
I can't
too
catch
fast.
it.
So we got another question for you, starting with you. What's the coolest or funniest thing that's happened on set?
The coolest or funniest thing that happened on set? Maybe when in the movie Shadow Force. Remember that scene where Mr. Omar Sy says, "Don't look back," and I say, "What does Beretta spell?"
Yeah.
And then I said, "Can we play some Lionel Richie?" Then everyone starts laughing.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Do you want to listen to Wu-Tang Clan, little man?" And I said, "Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with."
You did.
Not only did we have to cut that clip.
Yeah.
Everybody on set was laughing, and so we had to cut that clip, and everyone liked it. So we.
You kept it?
Yeah, we kept it.
Yeah, I kept it. Yeah. I think we all started laughing when they played it too. When he cursed, I was like, "Oh."
It was a prank though. It was a prank for Method Man. So he didn't know it was gonna be said.
They ain't know. Oh yeah, Method Man was in it too.
Yeah. So
he
didn't know.
Method Man too.
There's a mic in his ear, and the director's telling him like, "Yo, say it now. You ready?"
Yeah.
So we set it up. I don't know if Method went to the bathroom. I don't know where he went, but he comes back and they're shooting like regular. And then he says it. So the reaction you see in the movie, it's a natural reaction.
It's natural reaction. See, that's dope.
Even Divine Joy, she didn't.
That was dope.
He was Lionel Richie.
He was singing.
My boy said
He was singing back there.
Lionel Richie back to back. Every time it came on, my boy about to sing again. Oh, you went. Question for Mom.
Okay.
What's something you wish more people understood about what goes on behind the scenes?
It's not easy. It's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not the brightest person. I'm bright, not the brightest. So if I'm doing it, you can do it. But it's not easy. The expectation, it's not as easy as it looks. Because he's been working for a long time.
Yeah. And
in between, he's living his kid life.
Yeah.
So you may see somebody in a movie and think that, oh, well, he just booked this, but he had to hear a lot of no's. We don't speak about the auditions he doesn't get, right? Because they frequently get auditions. They don't book everything, right? So, and the work that I do behind the scenes and instilling in him that he's not going to book every role. Because then you have a kid like him, and he's in Shadow Force, and he's in Rise and Manifest. So his head is up here sometimes. So you gotta bring it down here a little bit. You gotta balance it. You gotta let him know, like, you're not always gonna get a yes. So I think parents, a lot of parents, I don't know, I can't speak for all, but these are the things that I work on behind the scenes, and just grounding him and teaching him morals and principles and values, and understanding that you're not always gonna win. He may win, and that's fine. And you're gonna clap for him.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
So I always So that's all of this. It's not as easy as it seems, but it can be done. And it's fun. It's fun. Like I said, I always tell him. I said, if you woke up tomorrow, well, not tomorrow because he's still young and he might, but like in the future, if he says he doesn't want to do it anymore, it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
I will encourage him. Like, baby, you're doing a great job. But if he wants, I basically follow whatever he wants to do.
That's beautiful.
Whatever he wants to do.
That's beautiful.
You understand what I mean? If it fits his moral compass, we can do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
Which is a good.
That's very, very,
I love y'all bond.
No, that is important.
Thank you. I appreciate
Like, seriously.
As a parent, that's important. Because sometimes parents live through their kids.
Yeah.
And sometimes parents are just hard on their kids.
Hard on their kids.
Because they look at it from a sense of what they want to benefit off of.
I was like that. So it's so funny because it's pressure, right? There's pressure in this.
Yeah.
Let's not forget it's a business. So you get an audition, you got to do the audition. The manager's going to reach out, is due at 4:00. It's my job to make sure that he gets it by 4:00. He's a kid, right?
Yeah.
So that means he can't sleep. He can't sleep, or he might have to sleep late, or whatever the situation is. So I had to learn that. I used to yell in the beginning. My oldest son, I used to yell. I used to be like, "You can't do it. We don't have time. It's due by this time." And he's looking at me like I have 4 heads because he's sleepy. right? And even us adults, when we're driving and we're tired, don't you ever just nudge real quick?
Yeah,
and be like, oh, shit.
Up,
So how can I expect a child
to understand
to be understand and be awake?
Right.
And you know what I mean? So I had to learn to like allow them to rest, right? You tired? Oh, okay, we'll do tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I still balance that, like, yo, you have schoolwork, try to get it done. I speak to them. I encourage them more than force them to do it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
If that makes sense.
And that's
because I can force you to do it, it's not going to be in you. But if I encourage you and tell you why you should do it, or how it makes sense to do it, it's going to make you be like, yo,
Right.
And I do that so much that my kids laugh all the time. Like, for instance, if we're on set and the director tells Jahleel something. I remember we were on set for the movie he's shooting in Atlanta. And I seen something off, and I'm like, I'm a Virgo, so I be seeing everything that's off. So I see something off, and I'm like, Jahleel, do like this instead, right? And I came back. As soon as I stepped back, the director came and said the same exact thing. And he looked at me, and he started smiling. Even with my oldest son, like both of them. I can say something, when it clicks and it registers, they look at me like, okay. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to...
That's you doing a great job as a parent.
You should be a director yourself.
Huh?
They even said you should be a director yourself.
Oh, yeah, they be saying that.
Maybe.
I should be a director.
Did you ever have did you act as a kid or anything like that?
No, I used to model for Macy's.
Oh,
my mom used to, that's when I was younger, but I didn't do acting or anything. I sound crazy in the auditions. I'm like, ew, can you edit that? But I'm more of a behind the scenes. Like, I'd rather just, I understand it. That's what it is. I think I have
you learn it.
You
can tell you learn it.
Exactly.
You like a kid too as well. As parents, we still learn. We still trying to, so as you go along, you still learning. And maintain. Nobody's perfect. We all try to be the best parents you can be, but hearing it from you, that's great. When you encourage your kids, and like you said, if it's not something he wants to do in the near future, if he says, Mom, this is, and you encourage him, well, okay, then what's next?
What's next? Right.
Some parents will instill that and force that on you, and if you don't do what they expect you to do, or the thing they want you to do, sometimes that even creates a little distance.
Right.
He's not even gonna do it to the best of his ability. If you force him to do it.
And that's some things that as parents we have to realize. Like with me, I played basketball since I was 6, and I don't think none of my kids play. I don't force it on you.
Right.
If that's not something you want to do, I'll ask you. My youngest son likes to play. He loves it. I still don't force it on him.
Right.
If that's something you want to do,
then you can do it.
When you get to wherever you want to do, you need me to help you, I can help you. I'm here to help you. But if that's not what you want to do, just because Daddy did it and I was good at it, don't mean you have to do it.
I'll bring it to you.
I'll bring it. I didn't.
Because it might be in the genes.
It might be in there.
Right.
But after I had them, because they left at a certain age to move.
Right.
Once I had them all the time playing with them, now when you leave, I'll see if that's something you really want to do. Because if it is, you'll continue to do it.
Come back to it, right.
If it's not, then I know, okay, that's not something you want to do.
And then, sometimes you got the selfish parents who just look at it as, that's my way out. That's my money. So they don't care what extent they're going to damage their child because they're trying to financially get what they want to get. I'm not saying all of it is bad, but then sometimes you just have the parents who don't care because financially they want to get out and they want what they want.
They'll let them do whatever to their kids.
Checking on their kids, making sure they good and doing it the right way.
Like you said,
because
that brings
they
resentment
want in their life.
Later on, it'll bring resentment.
Because now once they get to a certain age and they still doing that, I don't gotta deal with you no more. I got my agent or my manager, and I can navigate for myself now.
And that's trauma too.
Right,
it's like,
that's trauma.
I didn't have a voice. I didn't have a voice, and this is not what I want to do.
Right.
Yeah. It's so funny. My oldest son, he did something like that. He was 9. I think he was 6. I don't know how old. How old was Egypt when he said he wanted to do it? 7, 8,
10.
10? No, I don't think.
That was recently, like 9, 10.
No, he's 13 now. Anyways, my oldest son ended up saying he didn't want to do it no more.
Oh, okay.
And I was hyped. I'm not gonna lie, because 2 of these it's hard, and there's 2 different age groups. I can't do this.
So
I said, you sure? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna call the manager, and you're gonna tell her, okay? And
he's like, okay. You don't want to do it,
I didn't mind, because I had this one anyway. So then this one starts booking stuff, and then Egypt in front of everybody goes, Mommy, where's my audition? Yo, if I tell you I ignored him,
I would ignore him too.
I did very good because my blood. I said I didn't hear that. He did it again in front of people, and I think that's what it got me tight because I'm like, he's dead ass. He keeps asking me for his auditions. The person who quit who voluntarily quit. So
Yeah.
then I pulled him to the side. I said, Egypt, what's going on? Do you want to do it or you don't? He said, I want to do it. I never said I didn't want to. I said, but you quit.
I remember.
You quit. You spoke to the manager. We was on we was on the phone, everything. But then he ended up wanting to do it again. Fast forward, first audition he booked it.
Yeah.
He was in Flatbush Misdemeanors.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
A show on HBO, but it's like,
I seen that scrolling.
Yeah.
I seen that.
I never watched it, but I saw it. Like,
I didn't know what it was either, but he did really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Like,
I think I gotta spend a weekend with
He
y'all.
did really, really good, and it's like,
I gotta hang around y'all.
you know, it's like it's that's why I said it's tricky, right? Because if you have a kid, they don't know better, so you wanna speak for them, you wanna push these things on them, but then it's like, because they don't know better. If you stop, like for instance, Egypt, if I was to have stopped, he would have been doing stuff, and then Egypt wouldn't, and then would he resent me? Because I stopped because he said to stop as a minor,
as a
kid, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's tricky. But as long as your intentions are pure and you're not trying to you know,
absolutely
make money off your kid, or you know it's something that they want to do. That's all I believe.
That's all that really
That's what I go by. My intentions be pure. So I just move like that. I don't got time.
I mean, you have that in you.
Yeah, you have that. You ain't shit. And you know who
and it's funny
don't.
I try to.
Trust me.
You could see it. It's like, even if you pretend, it's there.
It's
But
an example, right?
Every interaction we done had, you can tell you have
Yeah.
good energy. Like you're a pure person. So
Thank
we
you.
know you're not doing that.
Yeah.
So-
now the rest of the people, they know it.
So that's why I told you slow down a little bit, because I had a little question for you. You know what I mean? So my question for you is, right? You ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? All right. Who's your favorite actor? We're gonna start there. Who's your favorite actor? Gonna put you on the spot there. Yeah, gonna put you on the spot there.
Oh, I'm in the spotlight, so.
Yeah, okay. See, I like that.
My favorite actor is Daniel Kaluuya because I get a lot of compliments saying that he looks like me.
That you look
When
like
I was
him.
younger.
You look like him,
When
yeah.
I look like him. When I was younger, maybe like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And I don't know. If people say he's handsome, I'll take it and say we're twinning. But if he's not handsome, he's not my twin.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite model?
Oh, model? Maybe myself.
Oh, I like that. Ooh.
Or my mom, basically. My mom.
So I do not model.
I know you don't model, but you just give me all the techniques.
Oh, she know how to take pictures with the
Basically, everything I do, every single thing I book is because of my mom.
Yeah.
Because she tells me what to do. Well, she doesn't tell me what to do, but she
lets you know what's available.
I'm a wrangler, so my job, what I do is I wrangle kids. So if they're shooting for
Yeah, you was trying to get me to get my kids to get some
it's
stuff.
modeling and stuff. Yeah, if we have a Puma shoot, I'm the one that would direct them and play with them so that they take
Make sure they good.
She bought
You already in the field.
Yeah, through him though.
Oh.
Yeah. So he had a shoot for the children's place, and we just went to the shoot, and the boss was like, "I like you. Can you work with us?"
Yeah. That's the
That was like
vibe,
6
the
years
energy.
ago.
They see you know what you're doing. There you go
I'm
right
coming to
there.
chill with y'all.
Yeah, for real. Y'all
Y'all
open up some
know,
doors, man.
I'm
We gotta
coming
go
to
with
chill
y'all.
with y'all.
You can help me get in the door. Tell them you got somebody that
want
want
nothing-
model.
No underwear.
No, not underwear. You don't I want to be on Timberland too. You think I could be on Timberland? Nah.
Tell them the truth.
Think I could be on there? I got the look.
Tell them the truth. Tell them
Real, right? I'm good, right? I'm good money. I'm good. You know what I mean? DDG. You feel me? I'm good money. He said that. He thought I was DDG.
You know, that was so Who walked up and said, I'm DDG.
He said, DDG, you okay? I said, bro.
Question for Mom.
Okay.
Is there a particular moment that made you specifically proud?
Cry.
Cry or proud?
Cry or proud?
You said what was the question?
Is there a particular moment?
Oh, proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
That made you specifically proud.
The story I had told you guys earlier about him being understanding that, with him losing the honors class, basically trading that in for, doing bigger things. And when we went to Atlanta shooting this movie, I had so much on my mind. I had to, make decisions. I had to plan the theater party, from Atlanta. I didn't know whether he had a day off or not. Yeah. So I was just weighing it out. I already invited everyone. So a lot of things were happening, and I was crashing out, literally crashing out. And I needed space and time, so I would go to the trailer. But one thing I loved about him that made me so proud was he would maintain and just be chilling. Yeah. I'm like, you okay? Yeah, I'm good, Mama. You okay? Like, and it's like, how you?
You got a whole lot going on.
I got a whole lot in my head.
Yeah.
He's just chilling.
Yeah. So calm.
And he has school with just one teacher.
Yeah.
So imagine, right? You're with your friends.
Yeah.
People you're familiar with. And now you're in school with just one teacher. Like, who wants to do that? Who wants to go to school and just be with their teacher? You have no room to, like, sneak notes and
no classmates. No classmates.
You can't even, like, you can't cheat. You can't do any of that, And even during class, he'll come out like, hey, Mom. He'll come and give me a hug and then go back to class.
Wow.
He'll come and get a drink and go back to, like, his energy, his level of understanding for a 9-year-old is immaculate. Like, it's just
that's
crazy.
That's
immaculate.
That's special. You made me think about my kids.
It makes me proud. Yeah.
That's special. Mm-hmm. That's special. Yeah, I got kids. How many kids do you think I
got? 2.
Way more than that.
Can you 2+? Yeah.
See, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, man. Don't do that.
You got 4?
Come on, man. You don't have to edit that out.
How old?
Oh, man. Now you asking me the questions. 15, 13, 11, and 3.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm a good dad, though. I'm a good dad. He gave me that look like, they tell you he's looking at y'all. Tell him. You tell him.
He's a good dad.
He has a lot of kids, but he's a good dad.
Yeah.
I'm a good dad, man. It's cool. I'm a cool dad.
I could tell.
You could tell? Yeah, I'm a cool dad, man. My kids, I'm a cool dad. I'm still learning, though. Cool dad.
Aren't we all?
You got any questions, Al? No questions?
I got questions, but I'm a...
No, we need you to chime in a little bit.
Dad.
What's your question you got?
I do have a question for you.
Yeah. No, we good. We need you. That's why I asked you. We need you to ask a question.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Let me work it in naturally.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, right?
Yeah.
We got a question for you, right? So who is the coolest celeb that you met so far? It doesn't have to be in acting. It doesn't have to be, in your field of modeling. It could have just been you at a movie or on set or going somewhere. What's the coolest celebrity you've ever met?
Out of all the celebrities I've met, maybe Mr. Mahershala. Actually, all of them are my favorite actors. But Mr. Mahershala had, like, I don't know. It's like chemistry.
Yeah.
The advice he would give me.
Yeah.
I remember one day he was giving me advice and my teacher was, like, right next to me, like right here.
Yeah.
And when someone's talking to someone, they're right next to you. You don't want to be nosy.
Yeah.
But you think they know you could hear them.
Yeah.
And he was just giving me advice, and my teacher started crying.
Yeah.
But it was like tearing, not whining, crying.
Yeah.
And then he left, and then my teacher said, "What he gave you there was amazing." Yeah. And he went over there to thank him. I didn't even know what she did. I thought she was going over there to get crafty or something, to get snacks. But she just went there to thank him. And Mr. Mahershala is just a great dude.
Yeah.
He's just amazing. He gives me so much advice. And that advice, I think when I get older, I'm going to use it, like, so much times.
No, because when he talks, he make you like.
No, I'm stuck. My eyes watering
He
up,
know how to gravitate you and
my eyes is really. You see my eyes?
Even the words he using, like chemistry and stuff like that.
My language. Lord,
I don't know. We don't know you like that.
Yeah, for real.
Very, very proud of you.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
That was tough, right? I commend that whole thing. So what what I'm getting is representation. So it's like a lot of that comes from, you know, that he's an awesome dude. I love his movies, but he looks like you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mean like y'all look alike, but like he's familiar because exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
this boy's beyond
he
his
does
years.
he does phenomenal work. So to pass that on to you,
Yes.
that just says a lot about him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of times he don't have to. But,
Yes.
You know? So Mom, my question for you is, does representation and the fact that he's so young and black, you know what I'm saying, does that play into you let him do what he wants to do, but like does that help fuel you to propel him forward as far as putting him in those spaces?
Of course. He knows who he is. He knows where he's from. Like you said, people like Mahershala, knowing his background and where he's from, the advice, the energy, it's like the advice given to him and him taking it and them he has moments where he'll get knee level, okay, and look Jahleel in his face and say, yo, you're doing a great job. A lot of people your age. The thing is, I know him. Yeah. But I'm used to him.
Yeah, used to
Don't
him.
get it twisted. I get proud. Like, when we're doing audition, in my head, I'm like, oh, shit. Right? Yeah. Like, his auditions be the best. He's easy. He's one of them people. No, you taking people's pictures and they pictures
like, in and out.
In and out. There's some that
he got me like.
For me, if I take 40 pictures, I probably get 2. Yeah. You see what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? But with him, it's like, first take be like, oh, when we went for Manifest, that day we had to do the callback. We were already late, right? They rushed us, but we're already late. We get there, the director puts him on. Mind you, I don't know none of this stuff. Yeah. Remember, every time we book something, it's new to me. It's different, right? So we're on set, and he's ahead of me walking, and I'm even walking slow because I don't even know what am I going to tell him? Yeah. I don't even know. I'm his mom. I'm supposed to tell him. I have a video. I'll show you the video. You can even pull it up and play it. Yeah. But you see him just walking. This little boy just walking, and he just goes and plops himself down and sits down and is ready. And I'm losing my shit. So I go stand with the director. I always sit with like the director to see the monitor. Yeah. I love to see it how it's being viewed. Yeah. And I just hear the director, oh my God, after they did the first take, it was just rehearsal. Yeah. He said we could have shot that. Wow. You know, just being proud. Yeah. He does a really good autograph.
Yeah, for real.
I was only supposed to do one episode, and then the director called my mom back.
Oh yeah, and they wrote him in, so they can do that. Wow. You can be in like one episode or 2. Wow. And if you're so good, permanent. They write you
like
in.
honors class. Since I'm going to regular 4th grade, if I do really good in the first marking period, then
they just write you in.
Yeah.
So you'll be in. Back to honors. Back to honors. Wow, that was.
I'm getting your autograph.
See, that's why I told you to ask a question.
Next question too. I was going to ask you. What's the most amount of autographs you signed in one day?
1.
Sign 1.
See, we don't do autographs like that no more. It's more like pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, pictures. Instagram.
Pictures. I think I did like 3 autographs. 4
in Greece.
Yeah, one in Colombia. Remember when I was sleeping? We got out the Uber. One person was right there, and he said, "Can I take a picture? Can I have your autograph?" Yeah. And in Atlanta, she asked for my autograph. Remember?
See, the thing is, he's not there yet.
I'm not there.
He's not there yet.
This dude is an action hero.
Yeah, he's not there.
You know what I'm saying? We know, but like for him to be walking right now, which I'm happy about. Yeah. It's not like everyone's gonna
be swarming him. Like he's swarming him. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So
still being a
it's the
kid,
people
man.
who
I
know
can't
that
wait
he's
for
doing
you to
something
get there, man.
I'm
gonna act like we related.
You gonna have to get security.
Act like we related.
You gonna have to get
I need a team. Actually, I need a team.
You gonna have to get around-the-clock security.
Act like you don't know me. It's me.
DDG.
Yeah, DDG.
Man, I got a question.
Okay.
What advice would you give to other parents whose kids want to get into the industry?
It takes a lot of dedication. Your kid, and you can't force it. It takes a lot of dedication. It looks easy, but it's not. Nothing is easy. Yeah. It's doable. Yeah. A lot of sacrifices, dedication. Sacrifice. Yeah. Because I was working at Christ Hospital in the billing department, and I got fired. Yeah. But before that, I swear I would never forget. I have a friend named Sakina. I don't know if you know her. Sakina lives over here.
Wait, what's her last name?
Sorry, I don't want to say her last name. I gonna bleep it out?
No, don't say it.
I know who
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't say it.
Yeah.
So that was really one of my homegirls. We worked together, and I literally, she could be my witness. I literally stood up and said, "Yo, I'm not doing this no more. Like I want to take, into consideration what my kids want to do.
Yeah.
Like I want to be serious about what they want to do, because I just felt like the billing department was repetitive. I want to save lives. I just feel like I have the ability to do more than just sit behind. And don't get it twisted, sitting behind the office and answering phone calls, that's a big thing. That's a good thing. You're helping people.
But you know what you have.
I feel like in my spirit is something,
you could do more.
a different calling for me. Let's just say that.
You have more potential.
Exactly. So I stood up and I was like, yo, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm about to put my kids in modeling. And someone stated, I don't want to mention names, was like, well, I had a friend who put their kids in modeling and it didn't work out. And I said, what may work out for me and mine?
Yeah,
may not have worked out for
absolutely
you.
not.
You understand what I mean?
Yes,
because it's always like that. But
that's
don't
right,
get it twisted. It doesn't mean the person is a bad person.
No,
they just never seen it.
They've never seen it.
And I can't be mad at
Everybody's past
somebody.
is different.
This is crazy. I can't be mad at you because you ain't see it.
Yeah.
You don't feel it. That's
You
your
don't feel
business.
it,
That's you over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't project that over here. You feel me? So yeah. It was crazy, and it's like I remember, like I literally, and I used a printer, I used a ink, all his paperwork, I printed, and it's like I knew I was gonna get fired.
Yeah.
Probably a month later, I had to call out because Target, Power, all these things started coming for him.
Yeah.
That's just from one picture.
See.
I had someone take him headshots. The agency had it up, and then people just kept requesting him. So I lost my job. I had to be on what's that thing called?
Welfare.
Not welfare. When you unemployment. Then the whole COVID thing happened. So I was chilling off that unemployment. But then I was able to, and one thing I always say is God has a way of making things good for you. In your favor, because you can lose your mind and think that, oh my God, I'm not gonna have a babysitter, I'm not gonna have this, and I'm not gonna have that, and then when the time comes, you have it.
Right.
So when parents come to me like, oh, how'd you do it? And oh yeah, why can't I work? I'm gonna don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Right, because the time may come. And Uncle Jim could probably take the child, or your cousin, or your brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I always push that. Always push that. Like, God got you.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in that.
Absolutely.
He got you. So yeah.
I'm gonna add something in there as far as what you said, as far as like when you going through, like I'm learning, like, and you probably always tell me too, and I've been going back to church, and one thing that she preached today was, shout out to Pastor Walker, that in the midst of your storm, that's how you know something big is about to happen. When you start actually going through a lot of stuff, that's how you know something bigger is on the other side of that. You just have to get through it.
I never understood that.
Never understood.
Like,
That's how
why
it
do
works.
everything gotta fall down
for you to get it back up?
But that's how it happens.
That's how it works.
So Al.
So two things, right? This is my last one.
No, we want more.
Thank you, Manda.
Thank
you, Manda.
So when they do the movie about your early life and your acting and getting into it, you gotta include that part. You losing your job, but the way you gotta play it into the movie is like you was using the printer and they came to your desk with a headshot like you gotta work that in.
That'd be fire.
And the second thing I want to say is like we talked a lot about work. Work. He works, you work. What does a break for mom look like?
That's a good question.
You see why we got him, right?
I love one thing. I love is being a mom.
Yeah.
Right. As hard as it is, I've been a single mom for the longest.
Yeah.
For the longest, from day one, and I'm just so used to being there for my kids, so I find enjoyment in doing it. So teaching them, sitting here teaching them, instilling morals, all that good stuff is what makes me happy.
God bless me.
But a chill day would be me just chilling in the house, hearing them kill each other in the living room, arguing, all that. Yeah, and then when we do get these breaks to go and shoot movies, it's like a vacation. It's
like a vacation.
It's like a vacation.
Especially when it's in like July or June.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When school ends, it's like a vacation. Yeah, vacation.
Yeah.
So I try to balance that. I always teach my kids balance. And I do other stuff, adult stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what keeps me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's really dope. We love that.
Look, we also
A
have
balance.
Oh yeah, you do.
We have to. Everything is a balance for the most part in life. And try to create your balance too, right? Yeah. Balance it really well, man. So, we got another question.
You gotta go.
Yep.
Switch it.
Switch it. So you go.
So, got a question for you. Was there a moment when you realized, wow, I'm really doing this?
Yes. It was in Shadow Force. So there's this thing where at the sometimes they'll tell you when you finish shooting, but at the end of your last day of shooting, then they'll like clap for you and give an applause and just congratulate you for all the work you've done. And in Shadow Force, when they clapped, it was like they really meant it. They were smiling. I seen a lot of faces, and that's when I realized like I'm really doing it. I can't stop.
Yeah.
Do you guys insert clips?
Yeah.
Stuff? Do you?
I think
Y'all want to insert it?
Al, you could do that, right?
You can?
We can.
I can. Yeah, I can. We have the clips. You can insert it. It was here.
Yeah, he could do that. You said it. You could do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, of course.
That was your moment.
That was your moment. You felt like I'm here.
I'm happy you had that moment too.
I'm happy you had
that. A lot of
moment.
times, you felt appreciated. Like you did it even with yourself, feeling the wow moment. You saw that they enjoy having you throughout the time you was with them. That's a good feeling to have, especially feeling appreciated. What?
Ask another.
The other one?
Ask another.
No, it's you got them.
Ask another.
Huh?
Go ahead, ask another.
Oh, I thought you were saying her.
No.
How do you balance school, friends, and your career?
Oh, that one's easy. My friends, I call them and text them. We have our own study group. And work, my mom always tells me to balance work and play. Not too much work and not too much play. But a little bit of work and a little bit of play. So they're right here.
Even them out.
Even them out.
Even them out.
Yeah, I like that.
So when I'm in like Colombia, Greece, and other states and countries,
Y'all hear that?
my friends are in school. They're like, "Where is Jahleel?" I remember we were in our hotel in Atlanta. I posted a video. It was a TikTok dance while I was in the pool.
Yeah, I seen that.
And my friend posted on it, and she said, "Hi, Jahleel, it's Leandra from school." And then she said, "When are you?" She said, "When are you coming back?" Then she put a sad emoji.
Oh, I got a question for you. How you balance the ladies, man? I know they be on you, man. I know they be on you, man.
Alright, so first in kindergarten, I had like 7 wives and 3 girlfriends.
What?
7 wives and 3 girlfriends.
Baby spooky?
More popping than us. Kindergarten.
First grade, I didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Second grade, I didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Third grade, I had a girlfriend.
You're
Not
nervous,
anymore.
huh?
Not anymore.
He's
though.
nervous. He's doing the
Yeah,
arm
he's
clap.
doing the arm clap.
Not
Yeah.
anymore though, but yeah.
Yeah, you
So
balance.
I had 4 girlfriends in total and 7 wives.
No. See, this is what I'm gonna tell you.
Boy.
Give you some game, boy.
This is why you gotta stick to your books.
Yeah, stick to the books, man.
Don't
Look,
you know?
the ladies.
7 wives.
The 7 wives is crazy. The ladies are and can be a distraction. Right?
Listen to that.
They can lure you off your path.
Listen
right?
to Uncle Woo. Uncle
They can
Spooky.
lure you off your path, right?
Uncle Spooky.
So you wanna stay focused.
Rolled off
right?
his path.
Definitely rolled me off mine. Believe me. Well, I'm learning. I've learned my lesson. But I don't want you to have to go through that, right? So you stay on a path that you're going, right? Females are always gonna be there. No matter what in life. They not going nowhere, trust me.
Nowhere.
No time soon. Right? But the way you handle your life and the way that you do things and how you handle things and how you choose to grow up, that's what's always going to be there. That there's going to be things you can always go back to a female. You can see her this today and deal with her for 3 years, leave her alone for 3 years, and go back to her. But your life is something that you can't rewind.
Wait, so we looked at each other like, what?
That is toxic. But you get what I'm saying?
Bro, you saw
females you can always go back to.
Mind you, I'm agreeing too.
Wait, what am I agreeing to?
Yeah. Females you can always go back to, right? Whether if you leave them today, like the girl you had in kindergarten, right? The girl you had in kindergarten. I'll give you a good example. The girl you had in kindergarten, right? What grade are you in now?
3rd.
You're in 3rd grade. You know you can go back and get that girl, right?
I might have pulled her already.
See? You can do that, right? You can do that, baby Spooky. You can do that. You can pull her, right?
I don't think we should be giving that advice. But we don't think you should.
No, I'm saying I'm giving an example.
When I was 5 years old, I broke up with her because I said we were too young.
Very smart.
Next question.
So that's my example of you being able to go back, right?
And I gave her a rose.
Yeah. See, don't see you're doing too much now. You can go back.
What the fuck?
Let's
slow it down. Yeah. So
we'll go to the.
I got him. I got him. I got him.
I got
him. I just want to say it. You can go back to the girl, right? But in life, you can't rewind, right? So you want to stay on your path. Females are always going to be there, all right? That's not important.
That's what I like.
Yeah, they're not important.
That's the best part.
Because I went back to her already. I bagged her. Like, okay, I can't even make the example. He already got her already. You want to put back.
You asked me the question.
I got you. So, have you ever had to turn down an opportunity because it didn't feel right?
Yeah. When it came to certain roles, just didn't align with our moral compass, so I wouldn't take it.
That's beautiful.
So happy
or like
about
even
that.
money wise.
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes he'll book like a couple things back to back, and we have to turn down one. Right?
Yeah,
Want to be a one-liner for a good show.
Yeah.
And then one thing, I don't know if you guys know this though, when you do shoot in a movie, even if you're like the bus boy, you can no longer be in that movie again. A show. So let's say Power. If you came on as the janitor, you can't be in Power again.
You can't come like the son or something.
No, you can't come back a main role. You can't come back as anything. You know what I'm trying to say?
Because you're already known as a janitor.
It's really tough because you can book a role and get a one-liner, which is cool, right?
It's cool.
Everything's cool. But then it's like, damn, what if you want a bigger role in that movie? I mean, in that show, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
So it's like things like that. I remember he had, is it not Us, Them? Is it Them? Or, I don't know. It's a show called Them, I think. And he was supposed to.
Is it From?
Them.
Them?
Yeah.
I ain't heard From Them. I heard From.
It was with the girl from Wakanda.
It's called Them. Well, yeah,
Them,
it's a show called Them, I think. And he had like a one-liner, which is a good show, dope show. But then it was either that or Shadow for it. So it was like,
ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like these kind of things would happen.
Those kind of
decisions.
Okay.
So you got
we read scripts. Yeah. We read scripts. We make sure it has to do. Like I said, this is not something that we're doing for money. Yeah. It's something he loves to do. Yeah, the money's right too. You know what I mean? But
it's just a traveling. That's
he loves to travel. Oh, he loves to travel.
I love it.
Like it.
At a young age, that's great.
The one thing that I missed out on, we went to Los Angeles. The one thing that I missed out on was when we went there for like a mic checkup or something, like a podcast or something, and we were done there. It was only for one day.
Yeah.
We were gonna fly out the next day. We're gonna fly back out the next day, and we went to In-N-Out, and I heard Los Angeles has the best In-N-Out fries. And I was so tired. I was hungry, but I was really tired, so I sacrificed my hunger to sleep. Not knowing that's one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. Because
you get an In-N-Out burger.
My brother was boasting about it. He was like, those fries were the best fries I ever had. No other fry could beat that, top that. He was on TikTok searching up, these fries are busting. Mom, do we have In-N-Out fries here?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh man. So In-N-Out.
Yeah, In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
He doesn't stop talking about it.
It's on you.
I just asked you a question.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what? Oh, because he started talking. That's my fault. If you could be in any movie, or work with any actor, who would it be?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya? That's beautiful, man.
He knew that right up top, too.
He definitely playing a
waste
big
no
role
time.
in your life. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's not just the acting part. It's just, you know, the energy that you guys have and the connection. And he's also teaching you and you can relate to him and you understand him. That's beautiful, man, to have somebody like that. So that must be your role model.
You're talking about Mahershala Ali. He's talking about Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, he's okay. Yeah. You got me. He got me.
He got wax in his
No, he don't. But they kind of sound. Yeah.
I know.
No, they did.
Yeah.
Little ring.
Little ring to it.
Man, they don't super. They ain't had no ring.
It do.
It's the wax.
But still, with that person too, he might have that connection.
Yeah.
And energy. Because he really likes those people. It's just beautiful.
Now it's on you. I ain't on this time.
Huh? Have there? This is for Mom. Have there been moments where you question this path, and if so, what helped you push through?
Of course, you know the industry, but they're talking about the industry and how these kids come out and
see the documentaries and the stuff on TV.
I've always been the person that like a million people could do something, but I feel like I can do it different.
Yeah.
What can I do different? Right? I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but what did this person do? I watch a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
Anything to do with kids and the whole industry, trust me, I don't watch it. I watched it, I studied it, trying to figure out what I can do better. The thing is, it is scary. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today I might say, oh, I'm confident. Tomorrow I might wake up scared as fuck. Right. Excuse my language. But at the end of the day, he's grounded. And I have the circle I have,
he said
prayer
that. He
warriors that we have
Yeah.
don't play about us, you know. And like I said, I always ask God for discernment to be able to judge, to know.
And you're a God-fearing woman.
God-fearing woman.
Lord,
as
my
you
mercy.
should be.
Jesus
As
Christ.
you should be.
Lord, bless me
As-
with one.
Anyways, as you should be. Yeah. So, Cody, shake her head. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just have to be grounded. And what's the question?
You see how you message you up? Every episode.
What helped you push through?
Okay, yeah, because you know
told
you
me
hear.
that. Remember you told me that whenever you're speaking, you just when you were younger, whenever someone asks you a question, you just lose it. Like, what is that question?
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, we just have to just stay grounded and I get scared a lot of times, but I know the bigger purpose. I know my kid. I know the talent he has. I know where we're going. I know the team we have. I know we're prepared for anything. Like I said, this is not something that I'm forcing on him. If he chooses to wake up and says he wants to do something else, we will explore it equally, just as much as we've explored acting.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do get, but my God is bigger than anything. So that's what I'm rocking with.
Oh, my mother gonna love this episode.
Me and you
right?
here.
My mother gonna love this episode, right? My mother gonna hit Shoni like, I'm telling you. Nope.
She comment every episode, so
she don't play about God.
We gonna let you know when she comment.
You gotta be grounded. You have to be.
No.
That's why I'm still building a team now. Like, we need a team, people of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
that same energy, vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say to ask him. I check him. I had someone tell me recently. We went to the Shadow Force premiere with Kerry Washington and them. And someone came to me and was like, yeah, I remember. Because I don't know if he's dating someone that was in the movie.
Yeah.
But he stopped me. And we were talking about the whole Method Man part. We laughed about it. But he said something like, yeah, I heard that when you were shooting, because he be mic'd up. So I got to be careful. When he's mic'd up all the time.
Yeah.
And I always got to check him.
Yeah.
Because what happens is he's on set. He's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And that messes people up too. Because you're an angel on set. But when you get home, you back to scrubbing, you know what I mean? Like you're not as special.
Yeah.
Right? Which you are. You're special, but you as a child, you don't know how special you are once you leave the set. Because when you're on set, everyone loves you.
Everyone loves you, yeah.
So I'm the one that has to be the bad guy, right? And I'll take that.
Yeah.
For my kid, I will. You need to be grounded.
Yeah.
Grounded. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll take that heat.
Yeah.
And that's just, I'm always having to check him. So I guess the guy basically said he heard me. I guess I didn't know the mic he was mic'd, and I was checking him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't play that. In my head, I'm like, dang, what did I say? Because I say a lot of stuff. But just know it's for the great, it's for the good.
Yeah,
right? I don't know what I said that day.
But,
you know what I mean? I'm a little nervous, but he didn't say it like I did anything wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But he just knows that I check him.
Yeah, absolutely.
As he should.
Yeah.
as I should. Right. You know what I mean? Because it gets to your head. This is anyone. Anyone, it gets to your head. Right. That's him too. Yeah. He knows.
And it comes
and
a lot.
Check it. Yeah.
That's great.
Bring it down.
You gotta bring it down, baby.
Right. I got another question to you too that I almost forgot. Mm-hmm. Like, you said you're always there. All parents there, like as much as you are, like all the time, or not so much?
I think more.
More. They're more than I am.
No, I think you're more. You're there more.
I'm more. So I think I'm there more. I'm a loner. I don't know if I'm just me and my kids. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
Like I literally, if I'm scraping for coins, it's my kids are on my back. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I just naturally do that.
Sometimes when I don't even know she's watching, she's like, good job. Because she's watching through the monitor.
Yeah. And then we'll do the thumbs up. Like, I'm so used to being with my kids. It's to where, like, if I go pick them up, they're holding my hands. Like, they look at me like one of their friends. So it's like, I'm always with them.
That's a great bond.
Yeah, always.
Jesus.
Yeah. What was the question? Sorry. You said am I always with him, right?
Yeah, you answered it.
Sorry. I be babbling too. I be babbling.
You said earlier it's a little bit of work, a little bit of play, right? What does your play include?
Fortnite.
I knew that's gonna be his first thing.
Playing with my friends.
On Fortnite.
Are you good at Fortnite?
Oh, I'm really good.
He's nice. He's good.
He's good. He's nice.
That's your favorite game?
Yes.
Okay.
Other than outside activities, that's my favorite online. That's my favorite technology game.
Okay. Oh.
Do you play any sports?
Yes. In September, I'm playing.
He plays flag football for
flag
Jersey
football.
City.
Yeah, you gonna play flag? Oh, they gonna be with a star.
They won
the
championship last year.
Yeah, you know they with a star, man.
We gonna come to a game.
We gonna come to your games. We gonna come check you out, alright? You heard? We gonna come check you out.
It's funny because there's a couple actors too on the field. Yeah.
We gonna come check you out.
Twins. Yeah, I think we've seen 3 people he's worked with. He's worked with twins and one model. Yeah. We all. I was like, oh, you here too? Yeah.
There's 3 sets of twins. The African American ones, the ones that I worked with, and ones that were like on the yellow team, I think.
Okay, we're gonna come check you out, man. We're gonna see a little bit more of us. We're gonna come to your games, alright?
Like
come check you out.
Around.
Yeah, we'll come check you out.
I got one last question for you, Jah. What's a typical day like when you're filming a movie or doing a photo shoot?
Typical day.
Like, walk me through your day. Like, what it would look like.
When I wake up, sometimes I go to the pool in the morning. Depends what time it opens. I eat breakfast. I get in the van to go on set. Then I eat breakfast there.
Again, you're greedy.
Yes, I'm greedy. That's an understatement. After that, I just do hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Then sometimes I do school. If not, maybe I go on set. Maybe like 3 takes before second team goes in. And then I do school. Then I go back on set. Then I do school. Go back on set. Then around like 11 or 10, maybe like really late, I get off.
At 10 at night?
Yeah, later.
So what's the earliest? What time what's the earliest he had to ever wake up, or what's the normal time?
You gotta be there. Sometimes you gotta be there at 6 a.m. Because remember, sometimes they gotta shoot. They have to shoot in the day.
Okay.
And sometimes the shot has to be at night.
Right.
So the night.
So he's working from probably 6 in the morning to 10 at night.
So if it's during the day, 6 in the morning. If he got to shoot at night, then what time he had to go?
By law, there's a certain amount of hours he has to be on. But by law, there's a certain amount of hours he has to have for school.
It's 9 hours.
9 hours?
9
hours? You know more than me.
Wait, 6 p.m. is when you can't do school anymore.
Okay.
And it's 9 hours. Like, if you started at 6, 9 more hours, and then they can't shoot you anymore. So probably at like...
So he turns into a pumpkin.
3.
That's what the term.
Yeah.
At a certain time, he has like 30 minutes left. If I tell you how crazy they go, for every minute, yeah, they go hard.
Because they know.
They say, oh, he's turning into a pumpkin. So if your clothes is in a trailer, they'll bring your clothes to you. Because they want to get it right to get
They need to get everything they need to do.
And the pumpkin
is he on a time limit?
Okay. But it's school. It's like literally
his day.
The class will be where the chips are.
Yeah.
And then or maybe the class will be in that room.
Yeah.
Or even let's say down the block.
Yeah.
He has to, when they said they need him, he has to run here, finish this. And it's like what we're doing now. And then he goes right back and finishes school. So they count by the minute.
Yeah.
I used to wish the teacher would just add some minutes. But they don't. They follow rules.
Sometimes we even asked her if we could start like at 4 a.m.
I be trying, and they just they don't budge, which is good. Yeah. Like even on set, they don't ask me questions. They ask her first, the teacher. Yeah. Because I remember one time I said a joke like, "Okay, mom," because I like that actually. Yeah. Because I be need a break. But she explained that the PA explained that by law they're stricter. The teachers parents will say, "Oh yeah, it's okay. You can work my child for another hour." Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
a lot of parents would just say whatever.
Just say whatever.
Just for whatever. But she was hired to make sure that Jahleel's good, his teacher. Yeah. So they go to her for everything. I'm second. Yeah. They'll go to her before me.
And they got that by law.
By the law.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like we learned mad stuff.
And the two of the only ones are in the second pick.
Yeah, we learned a lot today. Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
The third one was me, but I never got picked to choose. So
to choose pumpkin hours. We're in pumpkin hours.
But that's definitely going to prepare him for life, though. Learning a balance.
Different ways.
Everything right now. It's going to prepare him for life.
I believe that. They say train up a child the way he should go. And
he won't depart for it when he get older.
And that's one thing I stand by, and I tell everybody that we gotta start now, because everyone wants to see the ending, but you gotta work to get there, right? In order to get there, you gotta instill these things. He has to get used to it. Yeah. I'm still working it. He don't put the toilet down when he pee. I'm working on certain things. That's what I'm trying to say. So,
you know what's crazy? I don't even stand up no more to pee for the most part, bro. I think I'm good. I don't
TMI.
That's right, Mom. TMI.
You know what I mean? So it's not like he's not perfect, but we're trying to. Sometimes I'll be standing there and then something will pop up like, you see what happened just now, and then I'm teaching him. You know?
But that's right. Like you train up a child, and that's why some people, like, I have conversations with different fathers and stuff like that, and even mothers. And no, for real, I do. And they sometimes, like, say your child is going away to school or they going certain places, and I try to encourage them, like, if I know them and I know they're good people, and I try to encourage them, like, look, bro, like, I tell my own sister, you know, she raised her kids, like, I used to crack on her, like, they ain't even know everything in here sugar-free. They can't even go here or do this or that. But she raised her kids a certain way, and she trained them a certain way. So now I try to encourage her, like, T, look, they was living in Germany and the kids wanted to go to USC, one wanted to go to UCLA or something like that, and she was kind of worried. And I told her, like, T, you raised your kids damn near perfect, you know? So you have to trust that training. You trained them, you ain't gonna be able to, they older now, just pray and hope that what you instilled in them, they will follow and learn. If they don't, they follow the trail, that's what you there for. You still there to be their parent. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like you said, you train them and you hope that.
You pray.
That they what you instilled in them. And it takes longer for others. It took me a long time for me to realize. But
and I actually see the work too, because like, for instance, I remember when he would get auditions and I'll say, you see Raising Dion? There was a show called Raising Dion.
Yeah, I know about that.
And he that was his favorite show, and that was when he started acting. Jahleel was acting around that time, but he wasn't really booking stuff. So I'm like, you see Raising Dion? You see him? Like I'm so dramatic with my kids. I said, you see him? You see what you doing? He could do it. I'll be going in. I said, you see what he's doing? You could do it too. Okay.
Look, that Ghana coming out. It came out.
So, how you say it? Ghanaian?
Ghanaian, yeah.
Is that like, that's a Ghanaian thing? Like, everything is an example.
Yeah. Everything. You will learn. Everything. They laugh at me all the time. Like, if I tell you the kind of parables, the things that I say, like when I hear it back now, I'll be laughing. Yeah. But I do that all the time. Yeah. I say, you see Raising Dion? He's doing the same thing you are doing. You can do it. Mind you, I'm just saying it. It's true though, right? But I'm trying to do the right thing.
We talked about that today. What did I say in the back that I learned in church today? That sometimes we speaking things into the universe, right? Yep. And for the most part, what you do is stop speaking negative things into the universe. You try to speak the positivity.
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction.
Love attraction. I like that. I'm gonna start, instead of me saying I'm gonna use love attraction, you start speaking it.
Yeah.
Raising Dion was like one of my not even one of my the best show I've ever watched when I was like 5 or 4.
Yeah.
And
Got a long way to go.
my brother had like something to do.
An audition. So, sorry, you want me to
No,
say something?
you can say it.
Okay. So basically, he loves Raising Dion.
Yeah.
So I told you, I was telling my cat, you see what Raising Dion is doing? You can do it too. Do your audition. That's how, just wilding. So then the older one had an audition. So we go to the city, we open the door, and it's Raising Dion.
What?
And he was standing there, and I said, "Aren't you?" But then he was older, so
Yeah,
I
he was
didn't
older,
know.
yeah.
So then,
I don't know.
Jahleel started asking him. I have a picture too. You could.
So
put that
is
up.
your mom?
But
Is the mom in the movie your real mom?
ask the
You
question.
asked him that?
Do you really have powers? Like, so, but the good thing about it is when they see these things, now I'm the hit. They believe he listens
Yeah,
to me
you're a
now.
superhero.
Like mommy said.
Mommy said.
And there's
Indeed.
another one. Same thing. I think shortly after, a couple years after, he had auditioned, and I'm like, you see, he loves Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Loves
I like
Stranger.
that.
Like, you see
I
Stranger
like
Things?
Stranger
You see how Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I said the same thing again.
Yeah.
You see how Stranger Things, they do the thing? You can do it too. While we go for Shadow Forces, what was it? It was a
Voiceover.
voiceover. We had to do a voiceover.
Yeah.
And who do we see? The dude from
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. What's his name?
Dustin. And
Dustin.
Stranger Things. His real name is Gaten.
In Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And he sees
See
him.
the
Gives him a high five, has a conversation.
See?
Coincidentally,
The
I
word
was
was on time today,
No,
Pastor.
coincidentally,
The word
I was
on
wearing
time.
Oh, he had his book bag on too. He had
Yeah.
his Stranger Things book bag on that day too.
Yeah.
And then, because that's how
That's
much he
crazy.
loves some Stranger Things. Yeah.
But you see how you spoke
see?
that
Where
What
we
we
shit?
said though?
Speak it.
Say it again. Say the word you just said.
coincidentally.
See how you speaking,
Yeah,
speaking it,
you
and we
speaking
just talked
into-
about that today. What
I
you
love
said,
it.
Al? What was the example you gave of, how you
Casting the spell over
casting a
your life.
spell over your life?
Mhm.
That's what he said. Casting a
Could
spell
you
over
elaborate
your
on that?
Yeah,
It's just like when you put like
you were saying like a
when
spell.
you manifest things, you speak it into the universe. You basically convince your mind and the universe for things to work out in that direction.
Law of
so if
attraction.
you speak negative, exactly. If you speak negatively over your life,
Of course.
your life and your body is going to move in a negative
Yeah,
direction. So
of
you always
course.
want to speak positive.
I don't think people really notice that though.
Yeah,
You wake up,
Stuff that you say can
yeah,
affect
affect-
you.
yeah,
and
yeah,
make
yeah.
you
If
believe
you saying I'm
and
having the
move a
worst
different
day
way.
ever, why would the day be
yeah,
happy?
absolutely. I'm
You know
learning
what I'm
that.
trying to say? Like,
I'm
you
learning
have
that.
to speak positivity. You got to pray for discernment. You have to pray for discernment. The ability to judge. So you know, like, yo, am I making the right decision?
Yeah,
God, if it's
absolutely.
for me, let me know this or show
Right.
me this.
Okay.
Because God, He's not going to knock on your door and say, yo, wake up. You know what I mean? It's through signs. It's through
Yeah.
people.
Right.
It's through life. So, yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
that'd be like.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
So with that, right? Mom tells you all the things that you're capable of, right? You have your shows, you have Raising Dion, you have Stranger Things, and those guys are in your favorite shows. You are fans of those people, right? What would you say? Mom gave some game a little bit earlier. What advice would you give to somebody about around your age, or maybe a little younger than you that's interested? Even some older kids might be interested in being who you are or in your position. So what advice would you give those people?
I would say only do what is right for you, and whatever is for you is for you. If you don't get it, don't beat yourself up. There's always another opportunity. And just know that
Smarter than us.
you're not different from anyone else. And you see, the most successful people in life, they were once a beginner, and they were just like you one day. So I'm basically saying you guys are the same people, not the same people, but you know what I mean, like same people. You guys started from the same thing, and now you're both trying to rise up into a better person. And I'm just saying that you could do it. You got
Put
this.
your mind to, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, I'm about to cry.
Well, yeah, you got me. You got me sold. You got me sold.
I got a little water.
Yeah.
Mind you, he play Fortnite. He be doing just like a
Yeah,
regular
like you
kid.
said, when we went to, like we always
the
mention that
balance.
when we went to the premiere.
But we was saying
that's
it the whole
one thing
premiere.
we kept
We
saying
kept saying
was,
like, yo, look at him, like he's
still being a kid,
kid,
still
yeah.
interacting.
And he was having fun. Him and his cousins, they was flipping around and dancing around.
Yeah.
And we kept saying it like, yo, we love that.
Yeah.
Like he's
Love the
still being
balance
a
with it,
kid
yeah.
and just enjoying that because a lot of, not a lot, but you know, you get the kids that's
You
in
got
those
these grown ass
positions where
kids out here these days.
it's work
Excuse my language.
and that's it.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of
That's it,
people.
and it's strict,
Yeah.
and you
A lot
can't
of
do
people,
nothing.
yeah.
Can't be, hey, sit down, don't
Yes,
do that.
yeah.
Your movie
Right.
premiere's going on,
Right.
stuff like that. And I'm learning that as a parent too.
Yeah,
I'm
me
learning
too. Me too.
because I was always the instiller in the call daddy messed up and I'm calling your father, calling your father, calling. I had to learn to just tell them, when they do something, don't call me. You handle that.
Right.
Because now when I call to check on them, they don't want to talk to me because they feel like I'm the person that called when they in trouble.
Right.
So don't call me. If they did that with you, you gotta handle that.
Yep.
They don't do that
But
with me.
Yeah, they know better not to
They
do
know
that.
that with me because I already instilled that
Yep.
they know. Don't do that with me. So that's an important thing as well too. You know.
Yeah, that's my main thing. For him to be is balance. I think
Balance,
balance is our number one thing in the house. I'm from Ghana. I told you guys I was born here though. My mom sent me to Ghana when I was 14 years old, from 14 to 18. So I had my hair cut like his. I went to boarding school and all that, and I didn't do anything. Meaning in a sense of I went to a school in the village, and I was the only person from America, and I wasn't learning. I wasn't doing shit. I was just chilling, and I had a close friend named Betty, and anyone that knows me knows about Betty.
I know you're going.
He's never met her, but everyone that knows me, so I'm gonna put you on to Betty. Betty was a close friend of mine. Loved that girl, but she would always study. So when we're scratching our balls in a dormitory doing nothing, not learning, then she's learning, she's studying. But guess what? After she's done, she hangs out with us.
Yeah.
So what I learned was that on her leisure time,
Yeah.
she's hanging out with the idiots.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? We're just sitting there. We could be instilling. We could be learning stuff. We could be
doing
you know
the
what I'm
same
trying to
thing
say, doing
she's
something
doing.
productive.
Where's Betty now?
She's in Ghana. But she don't even know that I'm on her like this.
Yeah.
She don't even know that she's a part of the reason why I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
I had to learn that for myself. Like, Amanda, are you dumb?
Yeah.
You went to Africa and wasted all your time there.
Yeah.
You didn't get in honors. You didn't become a doctor. You didn't
Yeah.
become a lawyer. You understand what I mean? Like, you really went out there to do this. And
Well, like you could put it on
put it
the
back
door.
on. Yeah.
when we graduated, Betty, I'm telling you, Betty passed with flying colors.
Yeah.
And come and see me nothing. What can I say I gained from the boarding experience? Don't get it twisted. We had fun and all that, but the education wise, I didn't learn anything.
Absolutely.
So when I had kids, I told them about Betty. They know about Betty.
Yeah.
That's why there's a balance. I don't play that. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not gonna be the dumb. Amongst his friends, they could all be playing. Even now, before we got here, he was on the phone with his friend. They don't even know. Half of them, they know what he does, but he doesn't. But like, I don't know why. Why don't you tell them? Or like, for instance, he had an audition. Was it you that had an audition today? Egypt. But you had to get ready to come here. And his friend called him. What are you doing? He said, I'm doing something. Like, why you can't tell your friends? You know what I mean? Like, why? But back to what I was saying. It's a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance.
You know what I mean? It's work and play.
And that's crazy that Betty taught you.
Betty taught me. She don't even know. I'm gonna have to give her a call.
Yeah,
Send her some dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, John.
No, but for real, because you some lessons you learn and no one got to tell you.
Yeah.
You learn the hard way.
You learn the hard way.
That's a hard thing.
And
like,
that's what I was saying.
I'm not slow.
Yeah,
I got a little son in me, but I'm not stupid.
I think it's just made that way.
It's just made that way. We humans.
To learn the hard way.
The hard way.
Whether we like it or
not.
I'm telling
it's made that way.
You know, and I'm not,
shit I learned the hard way. Oh my fucking gosh.
I'll be damned if I have to go through that again.
Yeah,
right.
You're not going through. You don't want them to go through
exactly.
that. So the things that you learn the hard way, you try not to let your kids go through the hard way.
Of course.
But guess what, baby? Some kids are different than others. Because some people got to hit their head on the wall for them to realize it.
But this is why like platforms like this is important, and I respect what you guys do. Because now kids can see this, and it's like, oh my God, I can do that too.
Yeah,
or a mom and a child can watch this and see like, yo, you know, mom is saying this, and you know what I'm trying to say. And
we all come from that.
We all come from that.
Because we was waiting for this.
Yeah,
I was like, we'll ask her when it coming back.
We need more. We got to collab.
I said, we got the movie premiere. I said, she said she'd be back at the end of the month.
She said, we got to collab.
Yeah. Nah, we good. I said, well, she said she's going to be back at the end of the month. When we can get them. When they can come.
Yeah, man. We're going to see more of you, though. We're going to come to the games. We're going to collab with your mom.
Why you don't like telling your friends what you do?
Yeah, what you do, man.
I asked him too. Like, I really had a hard time with him. Like, when I was young, if I was doing this, I'm telling everybody. My name is Amanda and I do this. Like, I wouldn't even say
feel
my
like
last
they
name.
gonna take it like a different type of way, or do you feel like you don't want to seem like you're bragging about the stuff you got going on in your life?
None of those. It's just. It's none of those. It's just I know who I am, and I don't need to tell them who I am because they already know who I am.
Yeah.
They already know what I do.
Yeah.
And
You better than me.
You like keeping some stuff to yourself.
yeah, I like keeping it. I like keeping it low.
Yeah, low.
I
Okay,
get it.
I like that. I like
boy got
that.
swag.
Yeah,
That's
you let
right.
your actions speak louder than your
Good
words.
to know.
No, because like I don't know, but in school, like one time I got in trouble for this. We were in lunch, right? And before that, we did a test, and then there was a girl named Leandra. She said her score, and then her friend said her score, and I said my score, and then there is no way when I get home I got in trouble because that girl there was another girl that also said her score. And that girl that also said her score, when I got home, I got in trouble because she told her mom that I was bragging about my score.
Oh.
Another girl said her score. Another girl said her score.
But you know what that's showing you, right? What I said?
Yes.
The girls can be a distraction. Leave them alone.
That's what gotta be behavior.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what.
the girls is. You see how the girls messed you up? You ain't even do nothing. You gonna learn that too, though.
That day the teacher called.
The girls is the
and had a word and she
distraction.
wanted to talk to him and basically was saying that because she knows him too, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a matter of him trying to brag, but you know when other kids have low grades and you're saying you got this, it just makes
the kids take it the wrong
but
way.
I talked to him about that too.
But they're not grounded like that. Your parents don't have these conversations with them and say, you know, I remember it was times like when I hear him talk, I think about my kids. They all they're great in school. All of them in honors classes, and I'm surprised because I'm your father. I was smart, but I was in Pope growing up, but I was never in special ed.
No, they're special.
No, I was special though. I really was.
I watched you get on
But
that bus.
you ain't never watched me get on. You
She
asked
said
my
she
mother.
picked
We
you
took
up
my mother
now.
asked was on Pope classes.
I watched
They
you
took
on
me
that
out
bus.
because I had a hand problem, had ankle problems. But I was smart, but to see them see the way they are in school and they get they honor classes and they like him they look forward to that.
Exactly.
They look forward to I didn't make the honors class. It's sometimes they'll get a B and then they won't try to tell me because they feel like
They in trouble.
they in trouble.
Down.
You know, and I try to explain to them like you've been getting A's all your life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You do good in school. You do what you gotta do. Don't ever think that a B is gonna upset you.
Well, it's not a D and no F.
It's not an
good.
F, you know. It's not nothing like that. You're used to getting a certain grade. I understand, but don't be hard on yourself.
Right.
Don't be hard on yourself. You
That's
know,
true.
but for the most part, what I told you, the girls is a distraction, man. See how they got you up out of there? It's crazy, John.
Tell him to take his own advice.
I am. I'm learning.
I got
I
your
just say
back.
I'm learning, right?
I got your back.
I'm learning. Trust me, I'm learning.
I'm
learning.
I got your back.
Yeah, I'm learning,
Tell 'em
man.
take
Girls
it
is
on.
the distraction. They try to get you in trouble, man. But so you see from there you learn, right? From that experience, from now, don't let that make you feel like you can't be proud of who you are and what you're doing. Right? Because not everyone is going to take it as you bragging, you know. It's just this is what you're doing. And as a kid, I want you to look at it as, you know, try to get better judgment. You're a smart kid. If you're around kids, you know they're where you at mentally and they have the same heart and the same drive you have, then you know you can share that with them and it would encourage them. We talk about that all the time with all us in here. We don't brag, but we all try to encourage each other by telling, yo, I got this award, or I'm doing this, or I got that job. And we don't look at it as, you know, somebody's trying to seem bigger than the next person.
Because we talk about the down
We talk about the down
bad time, the
so we encourage each other.
Shit we can't get
you know,
past.
and that's why I'm telling you that, because we still experience it as adults. Some people that are in our circle or around us, some of them don't take too well to that.
Have mental issues.
As adults. So as a kid, you realizing that and you seeing that shows you where you're at, right? But you still want to get better judgment, share that information because, like your mom said, you could be encouraging the next person, the next kid, you know, to want to do what you're doing, and then you can give them advice. Just like your mentor is doing you, right? You can mentor them and let them know, this is what you can do. And if they come back and say, I didn't get that role, you could tell them, you can encourage them and show them how you did it step for step, step by step. You know what I mean? So don't discourage yourself and not want to share who you are and the great things that you're doing as a kid. You're doing great things.
And you're confident in yourself.
Absolutely.
So when you go to speak up and say certain things, that's just you being confident in yourself. If a person takes it as bragging all the time, it's not always you. So you don't have to take on that or feel like, oh, did I say something wrong?
You have to lower yourself to
lower yourself.
You don't have to do that. You're confident in yourself. Like you started off, you said, I know who I am and I know what I do. There's nothing wrong with that. So understand that sometimes when people have negative energy or negative comments, it's not you. They're not receptive to stuff. They don't know how to take it. They don't have the confidence that you have, the level of anything that you have. I'm not talking down on them, but you stay confident in who you are, and you continue to know who you are and be who you are. And you're going to continue to grow.
I'm still learning myself.
My little man.
Yeah, I'm still learning me, and you there. You confident. You doing what you got to do.
Right.
This episode was beautiful. This was episode 15. With our star here, you know.
We was waiting so long.
To get our star here, you know.
We had. Look, I appreciate it.
We appreciate
thank y'all
you guys
so much.
for coming on.
Episode
15. We haven't done it in 3 weeks. This was the perfect.
We gotta come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back, man.
I came to the movie premiere.
Every time you do something, you gotta come back.
Left the next morning.
Yes, we left the.
Y'all gonna have another movie premiere?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so after we do it,
kids
we're
ain't
gonna
gonna
come
be
back.
there. This one is, for this one, it's probably gonna be the adults.
Okay.
Look how you
look.
Like B-Boy Blues.
Yeah.
So we gonna come back.
Yeah, it's gonna be adults. We're definitely gonna have
after you do that, we're gonna come back. We're gonna have you again, man.
Of course.
Before then, we probably be going checking your games out, stuff like that.
Mom gonna send us the schedule.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna send us the schedule. We're gonna pull up
so
on you,
you
man.
see us down there yelling and screaming, just point at us and smile.
All right.
We gonna be down there acting like mom. And I'm like, who that?
I think when I was in Atlanta, I left like 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I had just got here when y'all
It
Yeah.
was like
Literally.
6 flights. We got there, we left. We got there, we left. We got there, we left.
It was a lot.
And that's when North was messed up. Like the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
So when they did that. So I had to end up going to New York. It was bad.
It was bad
It was
around
bad.
that time.
It was. That's why we were late.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. It was beautiful though.
Before
man.
we end,
It was
though,
worth
The night before we crashed out. We didn't even know if we was gonna make it because they said he had to work.
I remember you said that when you got there, like,
I was on the floor crying. Like what? The stand-ins was looking at me.
We didn't think I was gonna make it.
The stand-ins, like they have people who stand in just in case they want to. When he's not acting, they have people stand there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the stand-ins were second team. Yeah, they were staring at me. And I felt so bad because they're so used to seeing me smiling, and I'm just crying crazy, just
They always say my mom's school. You say,
see?
My mom's school, man.
Yeah. Like they fuck with me. Excuse me. They mess with me. But I was crying. I know they was like, dang. I saw them as I'm tearing. They're looking at me, and I'm like, what you looking at? But I was distraught. But it worked out. See, God is good. It worked out the next morning. They said we could come, and we made it. But the next one's gonna be more organized, and it's gonna be big.
Definitely.
We're gonna do something.
We'll be there.
And I appreciate you guys for staying. You guys actually, I messed with you guys. You guys gave us a little. You added some spark into it, bro. The interviews. And then it's so funny because you interviewed one of the girls that I don't think you know, Carmen Sandiego. What's that cartoon? There's a cartoon. She plays the voice.
Well,
there's a girl that you interviewed. They're all
the light skin.
We ain't even know that. The light skin young girl.
All the light skin girl. Actors and models. The light skin girl.
The light skin girl. That's when I was well spoken. I was talking and stuff. Yeah.
She's a voiceover girl.
When we was outside the movie theater in front of the thing.
I'm about to show you right now.
I think I know.
The light skin tall girl that was with the other ladies.
She did Karma's World.
Karma's World.
Oh wow.
I think I know exactly what you were.
Wow.
You had to see us. We was like, no, we got to get there on time.
She was with her mom, the lady.
Yes, the lady.
Okay, that was her mom. It was the daughter and the one
I
outside.
know.
The second one, that's my man. I know you're talking about.
She looked like she was like 15.
Yeah.
She's really.
We left on time, and then I told Wu because I drove. I'm like, yo, we is not taking tunnel leave. We not gonna never get there.
Yeah, we got.
I took the back road. He said, "Thank God for you." We was just stuck in traffic. I said, "Oh no, we got there on time."
It was beautiful.
We was all checking ourselves. So then, and then we went into the whole. That was our first time like vlogging for the podcast.
That was our first time.
No, you guys really Can you do that for the next one?
Yeah. We'll be more organized because we'll be more organized.
We'll be more organized. Shit.
We ordered the little mics.
Yeah,
everything.
like,
no,
we
and then
it was perfect.
Shout out Yams. Yams came with us.
Okay.
Me and Wu was thinking. Me and Wu just had to figure it out. And Yams was like, "Nah, I'm coming with y'all. I'm gonna record y'all,"
good,
which
smart.
actually worked out because me and Wu would have struggled a little bit.
How would you have done it?
Right, and from the moment we got out the car, Yams, I gave him the phone with the thing, and he made sure he recorded everything.
That was our first time being out.
Everything. When I seen it, I said, "Wow!" Like
that was that first time.
This is why it's good to be around people that are like-minded like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. The frequency, energy.
It was like we knew everybody there. Like we was family, so we knew them.
Right. Because off rip, we assumed we was like, this her whole family.
Yeah.
And people was like, being nice, talking. We was talking, being nice, and I was like, yo, that's good because sometimes people don't like to speak or whatever. But the whole time that we was sitting there before the movie started and after the movie,
getting the food and walking up to the line, laughing, joking with people.
The photographer, he was like talking to us and everything, and I was like.
It was good vibe. That's why you say the end of the. Oh, we didn't even know that. We was just.
I swear to God, I just thought it was your whole
family.
No,
especially when he got there and then the kids
we thought that was like family.
I just thought y'all had it for your family because y'all be out and doing the stuff. So it was like, okay, let me come celebrate with my family.
No, a lot of the kids are. One of them is in The Best Man Holiday. Plays the daughter of Yeah, like,
oh no, we gotta go back to the video.
I thought that's what, but it worked out because you interviewed them.
Yeah.
You guys, so that's why I love
we didn't even know.
It.
See, that was organically. Yeah.
One of them is in The Best Man, Blake, and even her pictures on the beauty supply store that's right here.
What?
The front of the when you go to that beauty supply store, the little girl on there. Yes, two of them. The
next one, we gotta say your name and say what you played in. we got
speaking of Blake, this is her right here.
And say what you played in.
She's in The Best Man Holiday.
That's beautiful.
She was there with her mom. Right here.
Yo, Blake?
Blake was there. Her picture is on the beauty supply store right here.
Oh yeah,
when you go there, there's a picture of kids.
Yeah.
For the
you just showed me that.
Look at me. What is it called?
That was your family.
No, they're all
right. We kept saying like her whole family here.
And then that was another thing.
Crazy.
Like
we thought that was family. That's how good the vibe was.
Like your family man supported.
Yeah, he did a movie with her.
That's crazy.
Short film.
That's crazy.
A short film.
That's the vibe was that crazy. We thought that was your family.
Yeah. Two of the girls that you were there with are on that beauty supply store, the front. Yeah,
that's crazy.
We was like, yo, the family showed up and showed out for them.
We thought that was
my cousins, your aunts, your sisters, your nieces, your nephews. I start putting everybody to it. Yeah, that's
but it's good though. It's good though. That was good.
Great.
That was good.
That's great. We glad to have y'all.
No, seriously.
Glad to have y'all on this episode 15. We back.
Oh yeah,
it's been a long time coming, man. Happy to bring my family, Shawnee, Al. He's also the Union Street Podcast. My man Firefighter back there. Got to give it up for him. He make everything happen.
Thank you for your services.
We was going for 3 weeks, but now we back.
Absolutely.
We came back with a banger, so we want to thank Jahleel. We want to thank Manda. Especially for making this happen. We know you guys got a lot going on.
Busy schedule.
Give you your flowers all the time. And Mom, we're going to give you your flowers too.
As well. Absolutely.
You know you do it just as much. And we really, seriously, thank you guys.
Appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
Really do.
And we're going to be around more.
We're going to be around.
We locked in.
We got more movie
premieres. We in there, man.
Of course.
I gotta start making the sign.
DDG is in the building.
Oh my god. I gotta make the sign for the games. Gotta put your name with your face so we can be down there showing out.
Got you, man.
Right. We have a podcast too. It's called Young Voices Podcast.
Y'all got a podcast?
Yes.
Oh, we gotta come on your podcast.
One. We want to collab. We gotta talk about
we can talk about this. We can talk about it.
Yeah, we should because the same kids. They're in the industry.
They're in the industry.
No, we filmed it, but I never really. Put it out, I didn't like how it went.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that later. Yeah. But it's just basically the kids in the industry. Same questions you guys ask.
Ask those kids.
We gotta talk about it because I like this.
We collab for sure.
This is our first time doing this with Al, and our first time actually doing. I don't think you had a kid yet, right?
Because I'm trying to be where Al is. You feel me? Like I'm trying to be.
That's the man right there. That's the man right there.
That man behind the scenes. I like that area over there.
Al Sharp, my boy got a nice little screen today. That screen dope.
Yeah, I seen it.
That's Jahleel.
Yeah, Jahleel. Jahleel. Episode 15.
Yeah, episode 15.
Back. And we appreciate you guys for coming. This
Of
won't be the last
course.
time. This is the Shawnee Talks podcast.
This how we gonna end it. We normally end with a motivational quote, right? Being so excited, we had a break. We didn't have one.
Yeah.
So, Jahleel, I want you to tell the audience what's your favorite quote, and that's how we're in the podcast.
All right. When should I start?
Say,
Yeah, it's a good
say.
thing.
All right, my favorite quote.
What's your favorite saying? Go ahead.
Can I say 2 or 1?
You can say 2.
You can say 2.
All right. You could force a horse to the river, but you can't force them to drink it.
I like that.
And whatever's for you is for you.
I like that.
And that's how we.
And that's how we gonna close it out. Shawnee Talks podcast, Union Street podcast, episode
for tuning
15, and we're out.
That was so good.
I like that.